With the Charlie Kirk investigation, we will go through 7 distraction people. And this will be interesting about what's going on and kind of unique standing out on this. None of this is saying that these people did anything illegal or immoral. It's just a matter of there's some interesting aspects of this that are worth looking at. And we'll go through 7 of them. So the fact that there's 7 is interesting, and we'll go through this. When there's an intelligence service operation, one really big sign that jumps out will be if there's a white rabbit or 2. And a white rabbit is a distraction. They often call them a decoy rabbit. And the idea there is that when things are going down and it's very real-time intense, then to get people focused on this distraction shiny object, and then intelligence people can get away. If they end up acting somewhat different than the normal crowds, they can end up kind of not being noticed. Cameras will not be pointing at them. They'll be pointing at the shiny object and so on. So there's a long history of this, many decades or 100 years of this. And so over here are books by intelligence services. There's a long list of them, and then they talk about these decoy rabbits are important. And so this is some references here. With this video to be more of a short video, I'll go quickly. It's often worth to come back and go through and read all the slides. A lot of content I put in the slides. Over here are historic examples of these white rabbits, and we'll go into details. And that's not to say that he did anything like this. So now go to number 2, and not a lot of people focus on this, but I want to make sure people know about this. This guy was arrested north of the university, 11-minute drive. He might have been on his bicycle, and this is an airsoft or a pellet gun, so it was not a rifle, but this is kind of what got him arrested. The thing here is that I worked on trying to go find police reports, and it was interesting that for a number of these, pretty much all of these, if there's this white rabbit behavior going on, they would often scrub them being detained or any records there, or it might be impossible to get out for FOIA requests. So from my point of view, it's very much not necessarily just kind of reporting the little data blobs of these people doing these things, but more importantly, finding the pieces where we can go pull out the management above the white rabbits. And so here in this case, let's go over here. Here's some video going on, and here he is going in the police car. Now, the main thing I'd want to do here is hunt down and find where this was, because that'll be helpful for the FOIA requests. In this case right here, nobody had online anywhere where this was located, and I was able to find that myself. And so there's be a number of things that'll be unique and novel in this video, and this will be one of them. So let's go over here, and I was able to hunt down the exact address and part of the street where he was located. Here's a picture of the gun on the right. Now, what's a unique thing about that is that put a silencer on that, whoever did that. And you don't need a silencer for an air gun. They're quiet in general, and you just don't need them, and just a lot of reasons. They don't have an explosion going on and various things. So it's I would guess that it's done here in order to just look scary and to really grab attention and so on. So here's another picture right here going on. Now, I was able to hunt down the exact location, and so it's down here in Provo, and he might well have got, I don't know if he was at UVU. Someone seemed to imply that. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe he got down by a bicycle, maybe by other means. And then I was able to go get the address. And there's a certain restaurant right here. It's a Mexican food restaurant, I believe. And he was arrested right there in front. The camera, it was over on the right, the left side of where I am now. And that's where the picture was taken. Here's the address in the restaurant, Joe Vieira's. And the exact address right there. And it's at 200 feet or 50 feet south of that one intersection right there. And I was able to find this because at a different angle, you can see a Yummy's, a certain restaurant. There's multiple of them. I was able to triangulate back to here based on second floor windows and various things. So we have the location here, and here's the exact location on that street where he was detained right there. And then we will, so what you'll see, what I'm doing across the board is not just going to report news events, but more importantly, structuring. You'll see these to-do lists. And the to-do lists are when we take factual information that we're able to go document as citizen investigators, but have it as a leverage to go force out government documents that will be another hop off to proof to white rabbit management. And so grab them by the toe, drag them out of the shadows into the sunlight so we can all see them and connect them straight to what's going on. So the to-do list, you'll see them across the different people, and these are the things we can go follow up on, and that would go pull hard government documents that would then link off to that. And so there's a number off with this person. What's his name? Did somebody else get the air rifle and hand it to him? What was going on there? There was one claim by a podcaster, Candace, that one of them, not this one, but another one, he mentioned he had a discussion with somebody before this, and if he went to UVU and did all this, he could get paid financially. And so I'm not sure if that's true or not, but basically, if we can get facts by government document that anyone was talking to somebody else, then we go follow up and come back and go slower. I'll go fast for speed. Here is a map of places and various things, and somebody else created that. It was really great work there. I'll come back to when an intelligence service operation happens of some scale, white rabbits will often appear. And if your job is to go hunt down management above that white rabbit, then you want to kind of use this kind of process here. And so those are just important things to go look at. Now, all the people I talked about, let's say none of them knew anything beforehand, none of them did anything immoral, anything illegal. A lot of it could end up being they might research somebody who doesn't know and then line it up where they're at the right place, the right time. Then they go send the police there to go tie up the police. The person that's the kind of the unwitting victim has no idea about it, kind of becomes a white rabbit unknowingly. But the thing there we want to trace back to is who told the law enforcement to go after them? What was their excuse? Does it turn out to be bald-faced lies? And we basically want to shoot up the management chain. Who did that law enforcement RFPI person work with? Who did they get authorized by? Who were they communicating with? Walk up the chain, follow up the chain. So I'm tracking censorship on X and other places. And the main thing is, if you report on anything lining up to intelligence services, it goes aggressively on this issue, on getting this impacted this way. So please use a repost button. My videos never get anywhere because I'm so censored on this stuff. That's the only way it ever gets anywhere. If you find this to be valuable. These over here, I have a long list of videos, not that long, but I have videos that they're like this. This one goes super in depth on exactly this Charlie Kirk September event, and it's over my YouTube. You'll probably never see them unless you go there, and those will go in depth on effectively how can we, you and being helpful, to get these hard facts that the citizen investigators are documenting, me included, then have them as mechanisms to go be able to have them latch onto the toe of any intelligence service hiding in the shadows, drag them out on without their permission into the public. I'm coming up with my software engineering background, coming up with a number of things I'll be launching and making it where citizens can end up having power to go get to the truth. Thomas Massie passed a law against a bad guy from an island, and that law is forcing out files. So the thing here is This is other things that we as citizens can go to have power on. One is AI Attorney, just open source project, free, and I've been using that. I built it internally. I'll be releasing that over time. I use it to go chase down research, especially legal, and it's been very, very powerful. And there's that. The second one is preventing censorship. I'm finding people across the Charlie Kirk investigation site on X as having the same quieting problem. And if people go look at anything beyond the narrative that's allowed, then their account gets locked. They basically don't sort of not appear on for other people at all, or very limited. And so it's a big issue here. That's why the reposts are super critical. And then a movie I'll be working on, and then there'll be other things to go have it where we can go pull out what's going on behind the scenes. My other videos over there, I'll go show these, and you can go see those. That's the first video. Here's the second video, and there's a ton in those videos. It's kind of like this one. I cover a ton. And here's a third video, a lot in that video. Definitely go over to the account. My email address is here. You can contact me. Videos are important there, and follow me if you want to. And this is what I worked on presenting to you today. Have a wonderful day.